I don't know why people are doing it. They're at 1%. Some are at 0. I hear Chris Christie's coming in. He was at 6% in New Jersey, which is, I love New Jersey, but 6% approval rating in New Jersey. What's the purpose? And he's polling at 0. And others are, I call him Ada Hutchinson. I don't call him Asa. I call him Ada Hutchinson. I gave him a little name for some reason, for certain reasons. But this guy, nobody knows who the hell he is. It is what it is. You know, I really go after the one who's second. And I think the one who's second is going down so much and so rapidly that I don't think he's going to be second that much longer. I think he's going to be third or fourth.
Y'all put Max up. Max, I just can't help it. I mean, this is entertainment, baby. Go ahead.
It's good to know that a lunatic is in control of one of the two parties in America. But you got to give him credit. He's not wrong. I mean, people like him because he calls out that the fact these Republicans are clowns, and he's the clown who has the most people behind him, so he gets to set the rules. But I mean, what a joke! What a joke!
Indeed, Max. I'm telling you, he is telling the truth. And remember, even on that debate stage in 2016, he just made it clear he was doing things differently. And I think that same fervor that put him in the White House, many things put him in the White House in 2016. But one aspect of it, and I would love your thoughts on it, is the fact that the American people by and large are tired of phoniness. Like they'll rather take, even though Trump is a faux populist, make no mistake. I mean, if he used all that bluster and bravado to really do some good, he would be on to something. But he's a faux populist, but even in his faux populism, he tells some truth. I mean, he talked about draining the swamp, but he didn't tell people he was the leader of the swamp, but he said he was gonna drain the swamp. He talked about bad trade deals. He was right about those trade deals. Now, he didn't do, particularly anything to lift and change the material conditions of everyday people. But as my grandmother used to say, and I'm sure other people's grandmothers have said as well, even a broke clock is right twice a day. I do firmly believe that faux populism that put him over the top, among other things, in 2016, could in fact do the same thing, unfortunately, in 2024. And on the Republican side, we don't have many good choices. And the point that he made about the person who was in second, who quite frankly might not be there for long, as Trump laid out, is even worse than Donald J. Trump, and that is Governor DeSantis.
Yeah. It tells you a lot about where the Republican Party is, that now the top 2, maybe even the top 3 by next month, Republican presidential candidates will be facing potential federal criminal investigations. I mean, it's tough to find someone who doesn't have a rap sheet on the right anymore. And to Trump's point, like a good sociopath, he knows how to say the words to provoke the response he wants from people. He doesn't know how to solve those problems or even care how to do it, but he knows what people want to hear. And what we need is to actually put forward leaders who can say it and also do it.
That's it, Max, like a good sociopath. I'm telling y'all, Max be laying that out just so smooth. And here's an update from a Morning Consult poll so that we see where everybody is positioned. Donald J. Trump is that dark red right there. You don't need of talking about nobody else, because the man is leading the pack by leaps and by bounds. And we see that clustering there at the bottom. So Donald J. Trump is absolutely right. For now, he is dominating that. Now on the poll also, let's keep that poll up. You may notice that Liz Cheney's, Christie's Noam and Greg Abbott's names, but they aren't officially in the race. So you see them in the polling. Oftentimes pollsters will put other people's names in who may be likely to run. They haven't declared, but certainly their name is in the poll. And at the end of the day, Trump will, and you can put Max up too. At the end of the day, Trump will most likely win the nomination, barring a miraculous DeSantis comeback or something legal, some legal challenge that takes Trump out. I mean, I'm sure that's Max. I'm sure deep down inside, those other candidates are not saying that, but they are hoping for such a miracle.
Yeah, and I mean, we both run campaigns. You know that you have these conversations honestly with your team. And these are people who see that the numbers don't lie. The more people see Ron DeSantis, the less they like him. And their voters are going back to Donald Trump once they get to know him. And if that's the case, this is over. There's no way. You could knock every candidate out of this field now and Donald Trump would still win by 20 points.
Yeah, that is so true. And none of those candidates should be anywhere near the White House, even the ones who sound more reasonable, like Governor Nikki Haley, who had her town hall on CNN. I think Jake did a very good job of trying to pull out, out of her and to challenge her in ways that sometimes in these town halls people are not challenged. But even the ones that sound reasonable should be nowhere near the White House at all. And as the saying goes, the devil you know may be better than the devil that you don't know. And Republican voters certainly know Donald J. Trump. It's going to be interesting indeed. We're gonna keep you posted on this roller coaster ride, baby. Go ahead and strap it on in and get the popcorn ready, because 2024, or is it 2020 or 2016? Here we come.